Coming up on News 3 New Mexico, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell hosted an art gala last night.
It's warming up throughout the state of New Mexico. Find out more on my full weather forecast.
KENW got a brand new head coach. Find out more on my full sports broadcast.
And a verdict declared on the murder of Officer Justin Hare. News 3 New Mexico starts right now.
This is News 3 New Mexico, your local source for news, sports, and first weather.
Good evening and welcome to News 3 New Mexico. I'm Paige Guard.
And I'm Andres Chavez. Thank you so much for watching. The federal grand jury has returned an indictment charging Jeremy Smith with the murder of New Mexico State Police Officer Justin Hare. The 33-year-old Smith of South Carolina is scheduled to be arraigned on the charges April 18th. According to court documents, on March 15th, Smith attempted to flag down passing motorists on Interstate 40 near Tucumcari to assist with a flat tire. State Police Officer Justin Hare was dispatched to the scene to assist Smith. Upon Officer Hare's arrival, Smith approached Officer Hare's patrol vehicle and then shot Officer Hare with a 9mm pistol that he had stolen from South Carolina along with the vehicle. If convicted, Smith faces a mandatory life sentence or death for the kidnapping resulting in death charge.
Caught on tape, New Mexico State Police have released a video from one of their officers' lapel cameras that shows a man being shot by several of their officers in Albuquerque.
The deadly shooting at a Northeast apartment complex happened about a month ago, but New Mexico State Police just released the footage. A warning as some of the video may be disturbing.
The incident happened around 11:30 a.m. when New Mexico State Police Crime Suppression Bureau agents were at the Pavilions apartment complex to investigate a previous incident involving the Sandia Police Department and Francisco Hernandez. Investigators learned that on March 6, 2024, SPD officers were involved in an altercation with Hernandez. SPD issued a warrant for Hernandez on the charges of aggravated battery on a police officer, aggravated fleeing a police officer, and tampering with evidence. SPD was able to obtain information on Hernandez's location, and that information was relayed to NMSP, who were able to track Hernandez to the apartment complex. NMSP officers located Hernandez at the apartment complex in a vehicle. Hernandez attempted to flee from officers in the vehicle before crashing into a tree in the parking lot. He then fled on foot through the complex. At some point during the foot pursuit, Hernandez brandished a firearm in the direction of officers.
Get cover.
State police, stay right there! State police, stay right there! Got a gun? Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
This is the moment Hernandez points his firearm in the direction of officers.
Got a gun?
Officers then rendered medical aid on Hernandez, who succumbed to his injuries.
Get back!
During the investigation, investigators discovered that Hernandez's firearm was a BB gun. No officers were injured during this incident. The officers involved in this incident have been placed on standard administrative leave. This incident is the subject of a criminal investigation that will be reviewed by the District Attorney's Office, which reviews all officer-involved shootings. It is also the subject of an internal investigation by the department, which is standard procedure. The investigation may take up to a year to complete. Our understanding may change as evidence continues to be analyzed and reviewed.
While officers say they fired on the individual after he pointed at them with a gun, some in the community have been critical. The dead man was shot in the back and with a BB gun. The investigation will continue.
On Wednesday, we covered an aggravated assault that occurred outside of Pecos Elementary School, where a dark SUV pulled up and where 3 men were inside, with one pointing a gun at a teacher, and then they drove away, which caused the school to go on lockdown that morning. Shortly after this incident, these 3 men were involved in another incident where they pulled up to 2 high school students in front of a business. They pulled out a gun and demanded the students give them their backpacks. When the students refused, the men drove away. The men have all been identified. Dakota Hooven was the gunman involved in the incident. They believe he pointed a real gun at the teacher and a BB gun at the students. As for the other 2 men in the vehicle, they were identified as Joshua Garcia and Elliot Pequino. All 3 men have been taken into custody and are under arrest, each charged with 3 total counts of conspiracy to commit assault. Well, it's been quite a hot Friday.
Yeah, the heat's been picking up throughout the day, and I have a feeling it's going to pick up throughout the weekend. What do you say, Hannah?
Yes, we can expect temperatures to remain warm throughout the state. First, let's take a look at the satellite and radar. As you can see, there's some precipitation on the east and west coast. We're seeing some rain push up from Northern California up into Oregon, as well as some rain from Chicago up into New York State and even Maine. Now, as we can see here, the state of New Mexico is completely clear and we're seeing warm weather. Now, we are seeing a bit of pollen. Grass pollen has reduced considerably, but tree pollen counts are still high. We are observing a fire weather watch throughout the state in the pink area highlighted here, including Bernalillo, Santa Fe, Torrance, and Valencia counties until Friday at 8 p.m. We can also expect to observe a high wind watch in the yellow area until Monday at 10 p.m. That's all the weather I have for you right now. Back to you.
Thank you, Hannah. Last Monday, April 8th, late at night, a shooting occurred in Hobbs around the area of 1000 block of South Linham Street. Officers located 28-year-old Gregory Brooks suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Brooks was transported to the Covenant Health Hobbs Hospital, where he ultimately succumbed to his injuries. The investigation is ongoing, and if you have any relevant information to this case, the Hobbs Police Department requests you to either call dispatch at 575-397-9265 or contact Lee County Crime Stoppers at 575-393-8005. The Eastern New Mexico University Roswell campus hosted an art gala yesterday where student artwork is shown off to the community. We spoke with the art director Bailey Cole, who hosted the event.
Welcome everybody out for our second art gala. Tonight our theme is about nature versus nurture.
We're here for the second annual art gala at ENMUR in Roswell, and we're highlighting our campus collection, which a lot of it was from Art in Public Places, and then the student artwork from the creative and fine arts classes. We had visiting artists from the campus collection, and those people are native to New Mexico. And then we also had Art Club, which are local students. Faculty and staff have helped too, and it's just a really big event that we all helped to throw. We're trying to raise money for the art club so that we can take them on a trip to Santa Fe. Lots of our students, they don't have as much access to get to museums or to travel different places, and so I'm using the art club and my faculty position to take them to different locations, and that's what the money will go towards. This year we had over 150 student pieces on display, and so my students, the art club and student volunteers, we set those up, and so I'm just really proud of all of them for how hard they've worked, and so that they get to come out and see their work on display.
Supporting local art in your community is a great way to encourage students and the public to continue making and sharing their wonderful creations.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
That was 9-year-old Jace Michael from Waverly, Texas, singing the national anthem at the New Mexico State Fair last year. The search is on for talented performers to sing the national anthem at the 2024 New Mexico State Fair. Individual singers or small groups who are selected by the judging committee will have the unique opportunity to perform the anthem to thousands of people at the beginning of a PRCA event. There are 7 total PRCA events during the fair. Auditions will be held both in person and virtually. Live auditions will be held on Tuesday, August 6th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Boxcar Stage located at the fairgrounds at Expo, New Mexico. Coming up after the break, Hannah will have her full weather forecast for you.
But first, here's a look at today's financial market.
All right, welcome back everyone to my full weather forecast. Let's take another look at the satellite and radar. As we can see on the northeast coast, there's some rain pushing up from Chicago all the way up into New York State and even Maine. We're also seeing some rain on the east coast, specifically in North California as well as Oregon. Now here in New Mexico, we're actually seeing clear skies. As you can see, there's very little precipitation except some scattered storms in the northwest portion of the state, and skies are almost completely clear here in the southeast portion of the state. Now we do have to observe a fire weather warning in this pink highlighted area here, including Bernalillo, Santa Fe, Torrance, and Valencia counties until Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. We'll also be observing a high wind watch in Donna Ana, Luna, Otero, and Sierra counties until Monday at 10 p.m. Now, wind speeds throughout the state are going to be a little bit high this weekend. We're seeing wind speeds between 10 and 20 miles per hour throughout most of the state right now. They're higher in the central portion. Tonight, wind speeds will calm down, and then tomorrow we're only going to see high wind speeds in the south central portion of the state. Sunday night, they'll calm down again, and then Sunday morning, wind speeds will remain quite low. Most of the state will only see wind speeds between 0 and 10 miles per hour. Current temperatures throughout the state are quite warm. We're seeing temperatures as high as 77 in Farmington and 76 in Gallup. We're seeing 78 in Silver City and 85 in Las Cruces. Here in the southeast portion of the state right now, we're seeing 70 in Ruidoso and 85 in Roswell. We're also seeing 81 in Portales and Clovis. Tonight, it's going to be a little bit chilly. We're seeing 37 in Farmington and 31 in Gallup, with low temperatures throughout most of the northwest portion of the state. Here in the southwest portion of the state, we're seeing 41 in Silver City and 50 in Las Cruces. Here in the central eastern portion of the state, we're seeing 54 in Roswell, 48 in Portales, Clovis, Tucumcari, and Santa Rosa, and 38 in Santa Fe. Tomorrow it's going to be a little bit warmer. We're seeing cooler temperatures in the northwest portion of the state, like 71 in Gallup. But here in the eastern portion of the state, we're seeing temperatures around 84 in Portales, 82 in Clovis, and 83 in Tucumcari. Now let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. As you can see, we're going to have cloudy weather this weekend in Roswell and a bit of wind on Monday, but it will be sunny throughout the rest of the week. The highs throughout the week in Roswell will be in the high 80s, but a bit chillier next Friday, and the nightly lows will be around 50 degrees. Here in Carlsbad, we'll be seeing some cloudy weather this weekend, some wind on Monday and Tuesday, and sunny weather throughout the rest of the week. The highs will be in the 80s throughout most of the week except on Friday, where it will cool down a little, and we'll be seeing nightly lows in the mid-50s. In Tucumcari, we'll be seeing sunny weather, wind from Monday until Wednesday, and some nightly lows in the mid-40s. Here in Portales, we're going to be seeing sunny weather throughout almost the whole week. That sunny weather will continue even through Monday and Tuesday, where we'll be seeing some picked up wind speeds. The daily highs will be around 80 degrees, while we'll be seeing nightly lows between 50 and 40 degrees, usually in the high 40s.
Man, 85 on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to summer or are we going to spring?
Feels like it's coming early this year.
Absolutely.
Yes. It's nice to see that warm weather come back. We can finally get back to outdoor activities.
Definitely look forward to it, especially since tomorrow the university is having Eastern in Action, where the students of the community can give back to Portales by doing a bunch of different community service. So it's definitely going to be nice to be able to have that warm weather.
Yep.
But that's all the news we have for you guys right now. We'll be back with more after the break. back. The state of New Mexico is offering a free summer reading program for kids from kindergarten to 8th grade. The program is designed to support English language arts standards and skills such as phonemic warnings, phonics, vocabulary fluency, comprehension, and writing. Students will receive focused reading instruction in small groups with trained literacy instructors. The exact date of the program varies by location supporting the event, but the list for 4 hours once a week for 4 to 6 weeks. There are incentives and rewards for participation and reaching goals, and you can find all of this information as well as how to register your child at www.literacy.nm.gov.
Eastern New Mexico University has been awarded a $60,000 grant from NASA in partnership with the WEX Foundation. ENMU partnered with the foundation for their project New Worlds Await You, Next Generation, and the project features a network of in-school and after-school clubs focusing on STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. The program targets at-risk and underserved middle school students with the development of the Space STEM program. ENMU says this will start a 4-year NASA-funded grant, which will help with recruiting pre-service teachers and middle schools that will participate in the after-school STEM program. Eastern New Mexico University, the Runnels Gallery offers the locals the opportunity to share their vision. Eastern New Mexico's Hannah Knight has more.
Mexico University's Runnels Gallery doesn't have any trouble drawing a crowd for its amazing art exhibits, but for many, submitting their own art is equally exciting. When Zoe Hutcherson submitted her art, she found an opportunity to truly express herself.
Personally, I've had a lot of trials within college, so whether it just be due to COVID that everyone faced or due to just my own health problems, I ended up submitting a piece last year that was very similar, and it was more trying to get through like my heart condition at the time. I was really struggling throughout the year, but I had a lot of support from family and friends, and art was one of my only getaways. And so this piece in the same way was just a representation of making it through another year. And so the University Juried Art Exhibition is one of the only times that I just kind of get to show people like who I am and the things that I love. And so that's why I'm so happy that it exists, just for people like us to get a shot.
You don't have to be a burgeoning Michelangelo to participate either. As participating artist Jaden Collette put it,
just go for it. You have nothing to lose. You get to show the community your artwork, your art skills, and no one's gonna treat you differently if you feel as if your art isn't as good. It's always great just to show off your artistic abilities and just show off your talents.
The juried art exhibitions are designed to draw on a variety of perspectives and talents, according to gallery director Brian Hahn. As he puts it, if you're inspired to create, that's something that the Runnels Gallery and the broader community in Portales wants to see.
We get work from all over the state of New Mexico, West Texas, and there are a lot of people out there who create beautiful work and who aren't necessarily studying the discipline or art isn't their day job, but they're creating beautiful, meaningful things that should be given the opportunity to be seen by others. I think that's one of the reasons it's so important to have a show like this.
Several juried art exhibitions are held by the gallery each year, so next time you're feeling inspired, you might consider sharing your vision with the community at ENMU's Runnels Gallery. For News 3 New Mexico, I'm Hannah Knight.
Thanks, Hannah. Anyone interested in entering the latest exhibition can find out more information at www.enmu.edu//art-show.
Coming up after the break, Donnie has more information on ENMU's new head basketball coach,
as well as more information related to Otani fraud case, so stay tuned. Absolutely.
It's going to be really, really nice, especially as we get to the weekend. But that is all the news we have for you guys right now. Thank you so much for watching News 3 New Mexico.
Have a good night.